Welcome to the AMSDynamics.com podcast. AMSDynamics.com. Let us be your dynamic business solution.
Hey, I'm Ash.
And this is Tiny.
We are with AMS LLC, AMSDynamics.com.
Let us be your dynamic creative solution.
And today we are on our...
This will be episode 3 in the brand identity series. So we did a brand identity overview.
Right.
That was episode 1. Episode 2 in the series was when we talked about what we talked about last time. And then today we're going to be diving into brand mission.
Brand mission.
Yeah, last time we discussed the primal branding and how that kind of factors into brand identity.
Right.
And we talked about the importance of it was kind of where we focused on. Now today we're going to talk about brand mission.
Okay, so talk to me about brand mission. So I guess start off with the definition for our viewers.
So when we talked about primal branding, we know that one of the primal codes was creed. It was what your company lives by, what it is that people that are a part of your consumer base, your customer base, your fan base can say about your company. This is what that company represents, and I want to be a part of that. The brand mission is the journey that you're looking to take those fans, members, legionnaires, consumers, customers. You're looking to take them on that mission with you.
Okay. So like with, as the mission, it's kind of like, this is where we are going. This is what I believe in. And so...
Yeah. So for example, we have spoken about Tesla a whole bunch of times. Right. Now, Tesla's mission statement originally was to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable transport, sustainable transportation, electric cars, solar power.
Right.
They have since changed that mission statement just a little bit to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And so that is the brand mission. Our brand, every step that we take and everything that we do is focused upon accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy.
Yeah,
and so
that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Well, to say, I guess he started off doing transportation, saw the benefit of it, and say, well, these batteries I'm making for these cars could do so much more.
Yep.
Solar power on my cars, let's start a whole thing.
Absolutely.
And now we're going with our mission. Okay.
And so he knew that the cars would have to be a cornerstone of that transition, because without the cars, think of how many cars are out there that are burning fossil fuels, hydrocarbons. They are a foundational thing that has to be replaced over time in order to accomplish the mission of the company.
Right.
And so he started off with sustainable transport. And then, like you said, he saw the potential for the different things. Okay, we already are making batteries. We already are putting into place these types of this type of infrastructure. So you know what? We need to go ahead and go the full Monty with it. Because the fact is that if you have the primary chief complaint of people about electric cars is, okay, I have an electric car, but I take it home and I plug it into my wall to charge up, but I get my power from coal because I live in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Or I get my power from a natural gas plant or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's not clean. It's not sustainable. And so if you get yourself a Tesla vehicle and you've got Tesla solar panels on top of your house,
right, that's what the game changer is.
now we are transitioning to sustainable energy, which includes transport.
This might be a little bit off topic, but I know with the superchargers at certain gas stations, there's a thing going around where there's a Generac diesel generator in the background running the superchargers.
Fun fact about that, what happened was that there's been a group of vandals running around cutting off the supercharger cables. They take bolt cutters, cut off the cables.
Why?
Well, there's all kinds of. I mean, they take them to the
well, that's the believers and non-believers kind of thing.
You've got your believers and your non-believers.
Also,
just
profit
like
in the wire.
Just like getting ice. Yeah. So they're running them down to the scrapyard and they're getting profit from the wire. So they're going to get popped anyway.
Yeah.
But the Generac generators, they have Tesla immediately put out there these camera systems. So they put out floodlights to light the supercharger locations, and they put out security camera systems. I cannot stand here and say to you or to our audience that every Generac diesel generator that's at a supercharger location, that's the reason for it. But I can tell you, I know for certain that is the reason for many of them, because people have been going around en masse intentionally targeting superchargers and cutting the supercharger cables off so you can't charge your Tesla.
Well, I know, like, okay, so you got a Generac charger in the back, and people are going, well, it's still running electricity. Well, think of this. I know that major buildings, hospitals, police stations, fire departments, they have a generator that is, because it can't go down.
It can't.
So if power goes out at a certain location at the gas station, and you're in your car, and you can't make it home unless you charge it. It's not like a gas where you can just bucket gas and pour it in a tank. So maybe the Generac is part of that system of defaults to help it maintain, so that way at least you can get power to get home.
It's always possible that could be a fail-safe that's in place.
Fail-safe, that's the word I'm
It
looking
could
for.
very well be a fail-safe that's in place. I would consider it. So they are taking steps towards putting solar panels in place at a lot of them. The only issue there is so for example, at a Sheetz, you've got a half a dozen superchargers. There's just not a big enough footprint for solar panels that would make the grade to charge those cars.
So back onto the mission, because sorry about that little detour, but it's one of those things I knew you probably know the answer to.
You know what? There's a lot rattling around in here. A lot of it's about Tesla. You know what? I wish I could apologize, but that's who I am.
Well, no, it helps out with the podcast because I know that a lot of the subjects we talk about, Tesla is doing it or has done it, and people are recognizing Tesla, so they can look at it and go, I see what they did.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do for my business.
And no matter your feelings about a certain company, Tesla or whatever company, no matter your feelings about it, if they're hitting on some of those primal codes, if they're hitting on the brand identity, if they're hitting on the brand mission, you can learn from them.
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, you can learn from anybody, whether it's Tesla. I hate Tesla, but they're doing this right, and I can learn from them.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's somebody that you work with who is our personalities don't click, but I'm watching him and he's rising the ladder, and I notice he's here at 6 a.m. grinding away.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what, we don't get along, but I can learn from him.
Yeah,
it's the same type of a concept. We can pivot from Tesla to another company. We've talked about Magpul in the past.
Yeah.
Now, Magpul's idea, Magpul wanted to make products. They made, physical products that they would sell, and they wanted them to be reliable products that operators could use in the field and depend on.
Right.
And so that's kind of the mission statement there. That's the creed. We make fantastic, reliable products that are useful for operators in the field. Hopefully, we can save lives with these products.
Right.
However, that is not the brand mission that they are taking their customers on. They're not taking their customers on a brand mission to, hey, look at this product. Look how great this product is. Here's your product. Enjoy the product. Talk about the product.
Right.
Their brand mission is to elevate the level of operators in the field and to elevate the level of civilians who have an interest in what operators do. If you notice, Magpul has YouTube channels. Magpul has courses that they give. Magpul has podcasts. Magpul has content out there, good, qualified training content that people can come and enjoy, learn from, and employ in their lives, whether or not they ever buy a Magpul product. And so that brand mission has much more to do with their customer base, their fans, the members of their legion, being able to elevate their level of performance. If you happen to buy a Magpul product, great. We're much more interested in you being qualified to protect yourself out there no matter what happens. That's a very powerful brand mission.
I know we discussed it before, but I can't remember how far back it was. We do so many podcasts. But I listened to the training first with their Magpul conceal carry tactics or something like that.
Yep.
And the actual brand was secondary to the lesson and the teaching.
Yes. So,
Okay.
I couldn't sit here and tell you the creation story of Magpul. What I do know is that their first product was the Magpul, that rubber stopper on the back of a magazine, or rather the bottom of a magazine, where when the magazine is in a molly pouch,
like a Ranger band,
grab it and
Yeah.
And so that product they wanted to design. So we have to make a quality product that will help save fractions of a second out there in the field in situations that are intense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving.
Right.
And so that's that creed. Our products have to be products that people can depend on. But then, whereas once upon a time, marketing was something that you had to pay hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for, now marketing can occur as a side effect of you pursuing your brand mission.
Right.
You start a YouTube channel and you provide that type of useful content day in, day out over the course of months and years. People stick to your brand mission. And then if they happen to also become consumers of your product, that's phenomenal, but it's not your brand's mission. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You follow?
I totally get it because it's the mission. Well, okay, so maybe I understand it, but I don't think I understand it as deeply as I think I should.
Okay.
So I'm playing. I'm the audience member that doesn't really understand. I get it. A mission, point A to point B. Let's take our followers. Let's take our brand. Let's take our marketing there from A to B. Right.
Right.
The mission is I want a better product, and I want people to be more mindful about energy as far as Tesla's concerned or something. So is the mission part of the marketing, or is it something that is just like you won't make money off the mission?
The marketing, now this part's just my opinion.
Okay.
In what I've seen and what I experience as a consumer, the marketing almost becomes a side effect of the brand mission taking place. Perfect example would be, say, a McDonald's.
Right.
Ray Kroc didn't make any qualms about the fact that I'm not in the burger business, I'm in the real estate business. I want to buy the best plots of land for people to get in, get a burger, and get out of here.
Right.
So the creed of that company was, I'm in real estate, I want to get the most convenient locations on earth, all of them.
Right.
But the brand mission was to give a customer an experience that stuck to them so that they would want to come back. Whether that's the taste of the food, whether that's the McDonald's play place, whether that's, you remember back in the 80s, they had people actually dressed up like Grimace and dressed up like the Hamburglar.
I remember Ron McDonald coming to a birthday party I had at McDonald's back in the 80s.
And so that was a customer experience that stuck with us. Now, as old as we are, we still remember that stuff.
So so he was into real estate. Right,
that was his gig. He wanted
to get there to real estate. He made a brand and serving burgers, and their motto was thousands and thousands or billions and millions served or something like that. Right? Remember?
Yeah, well, so he kind of bought into a brand. He didn't make the McDonald's brothers made the brand,
right?
And so they had a single location. And Ray Kroc came in and was looking at it and saw their operation, and he said, "You know what? I think we can expand this. We can do this with it." And as a part of doing that with them, he kind of got this. You know what? The more real estate that I can get at the most convenient locations, we can move more burgers. That was his creed. I want to get all the convenient real estate and get a McDonald's in every single one.
So the mission,
the brand mission then became, okay, you can have all the locations you want, but if a customer experience isn't one that they want to repeat, then you're dead in the water.
You're just buying parking lots.
Yeah, you're buying parking lots. That's an excellent way to put it.
Okay.
And so that brand mission then is to give the customer an experience that they'll never forget so that they continue to come back. I think we can all agree that, McDonald's fries taste a certain way and nothing else tastes like them. McDonald's burgers taste a certain way and you can't go somewhere else and get another one. No matter, Wendy's Double Stack, they try, but it's not the McDonald's burger.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not the best fries and the best burger on planet Earth or anything. So the quality and taste of the food aside, the experience is something that their brand mission was going after. That's why they're pivoting now away from the fun, play place, Happy Meal, toys, kids. They've pivoted now. They're doing the McCafe thing with we're going to go a little bit higher up. We can kind of maybe go towards see if we can get a little bit of that Starbucks crowd.
Oh, well,
they overhauled their locations. Yeah, all the kids grew up. So those same kids, like you and me, who remembered Grimace being there, who remembered the Hamburglar being there, and we played in the play place.
And the cigarette ashtrays.
The little foil ashtrays sitting on all the tables.
Crazy how that's changed over the years.
But now we are all in our 40s and thinking to ourselves, oh, you know what? I don't have to go to Starbucks. I can go get a coffee right here at McDonald's. I remember how good McDonald's made me feel when I was a kid. I'm going to go ahead, and that brand mission continues on. This podcast is brought to you by AMS LLC out of Greensboro, North Carolina. AMS LLC is a full-service business consultation firm that provides tax services, accounting, and bookkeeping and payroll. And then there's the division that Ash and I work in, AMS Dynamics. We provide creative solutions, including logo design, videography, photography, website, social media, anything that you need for your creative solutions for your business.
That's right. On our website, if you go to amsdynamics.com, you want to book an appointment for any of those things or a consultation, check it out. Book now up top corner, set up a schedule with us, come on to the office, or we can do it via Zoom or by phone call or however is more convenient for you.
And the website has a comprehensive list of all the services that we provide, along with a description of each one, and you can contact us and find out more information about it. Check out amsdynamics.com. So by sticking to their brand mission and taking their customers on that mission along with them, they've made customers for life out of us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in spite of however healthy we think the food is, however healthy we think the food might not be, whatever other nutritional choices we make.
Well, they, everywhere openly criticizes, oh, you eat at McDonald's? I can tell. Or, you got to stop eating McDonald's. Like P90X, right? Was when I used to try that when I was a little bit younger.
It's interesting.
Put down the McDonald's. And so, but still, I'll eat McDonald's because I know the consistency. It's everywhere I'm at, every exit.
I've been all over the world. It's all the same.
Yeah. So that's the mission. Okay.
Now, you said P90X. That's another one. Like the P90X, their creed has a lot to do with anybody can get into shape. Give me 90 days, I can get anybody into shape.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you just alluded to it just now. You put in a P90X DVD and you try to do it. It's like, whoo, I got to work out for a few months before I can try it.
I was doing good until the back gave out and the body said, whoa. You should have ramped up a little. You should have kind of eased
Nate
into
Bargatze is a comedian, and he did a bit about P90X. He was like, man, I thought, P90X, 90 days, I'll just work out, get it out of the way. I'll get done with it now. And he said, I saw the picture of the guy, the before picture. I was like, man, that guy's doing great. He looks good. And then they put the after picture up, and I'm like, that might be a little too much work for me. Does the before guy have his own course I can buy?
Yeah, it's like you said, Jim Gaffigan's like, you're done.
When you get in that good a shape, what are you doing at the gym? You're done.
You won. Anyway.
So P90X, the brand mission of P90X is to try to get as many people in shape as possible. But if you notice, P90X, just the P90X, so you've got that alone is a sacred word for them. And then they have that icon that they put up where they do the X.
Showing his abs and showing his freaking lats. Yeah, I mean, it looks black and white, shadow down picture.
They do a lot of great icons in there. They do a lot of great rituals in there. Even the sacred words, because instead of calling it, well, this is a bent over dumbbell row, he says, let's get to we're going to do lawnmowers today. Come on, pull that lawnmower.
I've done tons of lawnmowers.
And so he takes his members, I'll say his legion members on this journey, on this brand mission, because it's not just about doing sit-ups and push-ups and dumbbell rows. It's about being a part of the experience. That's why he has 4 different people in there with him, doing, basic, intermediate, advanced. And they're doing the different versions of the different exercises. Everybody's got their P90X shirt. Everybody's got their P90X towel, their P90X water bottle.
I can tell you've done it. Because I've done it. I'm initiated. I've tried it. I did it for 80 days before my back went out.
Before your back went out?
Felt great. It was awesome.
What gave me away about doing P90X?
Well, no, you're talking about it so expertly, and you said lawnmowers. I went, oh my God.
Hey, I've been through the program. I've done my 90 days.
You're initiated. Okay. Just making sure you
and then, of course,
spitting out something you know nothing about.
No, and at the end of every episode, at the end of every workout, he does the X. And everybody's doing the X, that's their ritual, their icon, and so that brand mission to get people involved in being a group of this is our lifestyle, which is slightly different from that creed of anybody can do it, anybody can get in shape. It only takes 90 days. I've often cautioned people against the idea of, anybody who tells you 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week is trying to sell you something. And Tony Horton was trying to sell you something. Beachbody was trying to sell you something.
Yeah, Beachbody. Yeah.
But the fact is, he took so many customers on that brand mission with him. It was phenomenally successful.
Just thought of.
What's that?
Mark Wahlberg had a workout set. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't.
It's like a hip hop workout or something where you dance with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh no,
Marky Mark.
If you don't, you know what? I'm gonna have to take a look at it. You gotta find out because I'm sure that's how Marky Mark got in shape.
I'm saying. I said it because I thought you'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then you do this, and
I knew he had a supplement line. I think it was called Marked or Marked for Excellence or something like that. He had a supplement line. I remember that. But I did not remember, hip hop dance into abs with Marky Mark.
Carmen Electra had her own, it was aerobic, strip teasing, and there's the pole workout, and then there was the guy with the long hair had that thing. Oh my God! I need to go.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
What's his name?
Gazelle. It was called the Gazelle. I cannot remember his name, but the blonde ponytail
Yes.
guy. And he had the Gazelle is what it was called.
He was excited.
Very excited guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
It's
about.
like the OxyClean of working out.
But these things they kind of fall to the wayside because he had a good personality. He's memorable. I remember him. I remember his ponytail. I remember him acting wacky on the Gazelle. But there was not a brand mission there. The creed was buy my stuff. And the brand mission was buy my stuff, just 5 easy payments of $19.95. That does not work. That doesn't have the sticking power, the staying power of a P90X that not only had a foundational creed that mattered, it also had a brand mission that it was taking customers on.
So so we're talking about this now. We're talking about trends and stuff like that, part of mission. I'm gonna bring a product, and you're gonna be like, oh, and I know you'll go off on a rant about it.
I don't know, this feels like a pop quiz. Let's find out.
OxyClean.
Oh my goodness.
From late night television to
the guy with the beard. The guy with the beard was the one who was
what's his
hawking
name?
Oxy. I don't know his name. He passed away. But he went up against the ShamWow guy in a mini series about how to who can hawk the best stuff. Who's the best
was
hawker?
it Bob something?
I don't know his name. I really don't. You could say it and I wouldn't know it. But the OxyClean guy and the ShamWow guy did a mini series competition about who can do the best sales pitch for one of these infomercial deals. And they went on like 5 nights in a row trying to pitch these products to see who would sell the most of each of these products and would be the winner. I really don't know who won, though. I should probably look that up. Was it ShamWow or was it OxyClean?
I am looking it up right now.
Now, so you brought up OxyClean. Talk to me about why.
Well, it went from late night television show where everybody's like, to now it's everywhere. Febreze. I mean, there's certain things like that. Billy Mays here.
Well, you were close with Bob.
Oxy. Yeah, okay.
You were close. I'm pretty sure he passed away, though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did. So the brand mission of OxyClean was this phenomenal cleaning thing that could clean white out of carpet. I just remember that going, wow, that's amazing.
I think the lesson here is a little bit different.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because so you've got OxyClean, but
right.
Why do you remember it?
Because late night commercials, his enthusiasm with Billy Mays.
His enthusiasm.
Yeah, Billy
exactly.
Mays, and he would do stuff, and it was like magic. He put that doily that was all yellow in a thing of OxyClean, and you could see it, and it just turned white.
Yeah,
and it was like that's science.
The marketing of the OxyClean was a side effect of the brand mission. OxyClean wasn't the brand; he was the brand. His brand mission was to get people excited about a product and make them remember it.
It's just a cleaner.
It's just a cleaner. You can get a powdered cleaner that smells like that anywhere. You can go and get. I mean, I'm sure that
it's OxyClean, man.
You can get the Good Housekeeping branded. You could get the whatever the Great Save or Great Value Walmart branded. You can get the Food Line brand of it. You can get it, but you remember OxyClean because of the way he said it, how often he said it, and his passion for making you excited about it.
So to clarify, because I'm still fuzzy on mission, is that the mission? Or that's not the mission. That's just branding.
His mission, he had a brand. He was the brand. He could have sold anything, and he proved that he could because he did. The reason you remember OxyClean, have you ever used OxyClean and been amazed by it at your house? You took it home, and it just amazed you. It blew you away. You had to bring people into the room to see. No, you didn't. No. You have not. But everybody buys OxyClean. I got to have OxyClean in case something from the infomercial happens.
Oh, wow.
Billy was the brand. His brand mission was to get people excited about products. It wouldn't have mattered what the product was. Here's a powdered widget. Okay, what does it do? I don't know, but I've got to have one because Billy said so.
Well, here's another thing. Flex Seal guy is doing the exact same thing right now.
Flex Seal guy. I mean, we all remember the ShamWow guy. I got a ShamWow. It's dried up and
that big microphone.
Hey,
how you doing here? How you doing?
I've got a ShamWow. Never ShamWowed nothing with it. It just had to have one because he said so. Same exact thing. He's the brand, not the ShamWow.
So the mission is what they were doing.
Yes, the mission was
the brand.
Yeah, his creed was, I am going to get people excited about this. His mission was, I'm going to give people an experience when they watch me utilizing whatever product it is, that they will remember it and be excited about the product. Here we are. It has outlived the guy that did that for us.
And I got to apologize to the audience. It took me this long in the podcast to actually understand what he's talking about, but I've learned.
I'm here to help.
He taught me. You taught me, and hopefully you learn from this as well. Now I understand.
you're welcome, I guess.
I went into it going brand mission. Okay, I'm thinking point A to point B. Truck along, dun, 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 here we are at B. But what you're talking about is taking your brand or whatever and the mission to get it to point A to point B in a certain way.
Yes.
There's a million different ways you could do it too.
It's a function of the brand identity, and the marketing, quote unquote, marketing.
Yeah.
Becomes a side effect of doing your brand. I'm going to accomplish this brand mission. Okay.
Right.
I'm Magpul. I'm going to train as many people as I can. I'm going to touch as many lives as I can to improve their skills as operators or to improve their skills as civilians who have interest in being or doing the same things that operators do.
And by the way, I happen to have this great product that helps you do that
Have
when you get there.
ever seen a Magpul video where they're in the middle of a training and they stop and they say, by the way, Magpul, this is 1995 on the website?
No, never.
It's just it's organic and it's a side effect. They're sitting there and they're doing the thing and you're like, okay, what is it that he's using there? And then you go and you check it out and you find out it's a product and you buy it or you don't, but you're still participating in the brand mission. You're going on that mission with them. And the marketing is a side effect. Because nobody in 2022 is really ignorant of marketing to the point that you can do what you did in the 80s. Oh, it cuts a tin can and now it cuts a tomato. Go buy it.
I remember those. Oh, so quick, my brain thinks like this. Nike's brand mission was to sports, exercise, be the best you can physically and mentally, work out, top athlete. And we just happen to sell equipment that helps you do that.
Yeah. So yes.
Aha.
And that brand mission can alter as it needs to over time. The original genesis of Nike was the guy was a track coach and he wanted his track student, a high school track coach. Or was it college? He was a college track coach. And he wanted his runners to have lighter shoes so that they wouldn't get injured.
And he couldn't find them.
He couldn't find them.
You know what?
He made them on a waffle iron at his house. He made the soles, it's true story. He made the soles of the Nike shoes on a waffle iron at home because he would make them thinner and lighter than shoes that could be bought at the store. All he knew is he did the calculations. This is how many steps a good runner will take when they run a mile. This is how much weight of a shoe is. That's how much poundage is punishing their knees, their ankles, and their feet. If I can take 2 ounces, 3 ounces off of a shoe, that equates to 40, 50, 60 pounds over the course of a race. So the creed of Nike originally was lighter shoes. But then when it made a difference in lessening injuries, we got fewer injuries, we got faster runners, we've got more satisfied fans out here, it became a much bigger thing and it kind of outgrew that original creed. And then the new creed became just do it.
Right.
And as you said, just do it. That creed, just do it. Just go out there. Just go for it. Then became that brand mission of, you know what? We want you to really go for it. Whatever your sport is, go for it. Just get out there and go for it. We are going to be there for you. And as you said, it just so happens we have things you might need along the way. Buy them here, don't buy them here. It's fine. But we've got your back. So we actually talked about a similar thing with Under Armour, where they had the creed, protect this house. And so protect this house really was talking about them protecting your skin with their original second skin Under Armour shirt. But that creed then kind of changed a little bit where it became protect this house as an athlete, as a football player. I play defense, I protect this house. And so that creed and that brand mission can kind of, it's a little flexible. You can change with the times as you need to.
Right.
But as long as you remember that you're taking your customers on that mission with you, and that is what produces that stickiness of your brand in their mind, in their soul, because they feel it.
Gotcha. Well, hey, man, thanks for the lesson today. This is the one I was kind of like, I don't know, but I know you knew it.
I love talking about this stuff.
Well, this is Ash.
And this is Tiny.
We are with AMS LLC, AMSDynamics.com. Check us out, AMSDynamics.com. Go ahead.
Let us be your dynamic creative solution.
I put him on the spot. Did you see that?
Yeah, nice. He did.